Welcome back to Farm & Hammer, everyone. So today's video is going to be slightly different than the normal ones. This one's going to be quite a bit shorter because I ran an experiment and I thought you guys might be interested in the results. So to get started here, we're going to go back to the second week of May, and that's where this next clip is from. Well guys, I'm now out at the rental farm. As you can probably tell, I got some bags of seed here. This is going to be some sorghum Sudan, and this is actually a hybrid. I was trying to get safety graze, which is one that's a little less prussic acid to worry about and a little more forage for the cows. But they were completely out of that at the seed house, so what I came home with was just a different variety. This one is called Super Sugar. So last year we no-till drilled about 13-14 acres of sorghum Sudan, and that was at the home place. And basically we just use that as a little bit of a drought insurance. So we cut that field twice for hay, just some dry hay. And that worked out great. We got well over 100 bales off that place. And but that was no-till drilled in. Since then, that field, we've turned it back into fescue. So we replanted a new variety of fescue in there. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna have anything to no-till drill this year. But like I said, I'm out at the rental farm and I showed you this pasture in the last video. There's just almost nothing growing out here, and we've had plenty of rain, plenty of sunshine. It's a really crappy field. And as you can see, a lot of bare soil. Sure, the cows grazed it, but it shouldn't be this bare. So what I'm gonna try to do today is try a little experiment. You can see the cows actually nibbled on this thistle plant. But what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna broadcast this field with just a little hand spreader. Gonna spread, I don't know, I think there's 10 acres here. Gonna spread 5 50-pound bags. And I'm mostly gonna focus on these bare spots and then everywhere where this stuff is growing. Because cows don't eat it, and once it goes to seed, it pretty much just shades out all the other grass. And you can see there's a lot of it. So anyway, my little experiment today, I'm gonna broadcast this field in sorghum Sudan. And that's because we've got, like, out of the 7-day forecast, I think 5 of those days we're supposed to get rain. And we had some rain this morning. You may be able to see in the background there's some dark clouds headed this way. Supposed to get some rain tonight. I know you're not supposed to broadcast sorghum Sudan, but I have a feeling on bare soil with, you know, rain 5-6 days in a row, I think it'll actually have a chance to take off and start growing. So that's gonna be my experiment. I'm gonna broadcast the seed out here, and then I'm gonna try to come out here with the bush hog in the next day or two and mow this grass that the cows won't eat, mow it clear into the ground. It'll take care of some of the thistle as well. Hopefully that'll allow for some of the stuff to start growing and make for some decent summer pasture. So here's a different section of the field. This taller stuff is Johnson grass. You can see by the seed heads there. So that stuff is Johnson grass. But this stuff that you'll see around is all the sorghum Sudan. Down here is crabgrass. Got some mare's tail in here. This is a pretty weedy field, like I said. But there were chunks that really did grow some good Sudan, like this. That's not Johnson grass. That's Johnson grass. That is not. So you can see it's coming up in different places. Obviously that big stuff over there is Johnson grass, which the cows are loving right now. I've got another, hope this cow doesn't break my door off. I've got another 6 acres of really nice Johnson grass that I haven't grazed yet. So after they finish up this field, that's where they're headed. And even though it's only 6 acres, these 45 cows, well, 47 with the bull, they'll probably be on there for a week. The Johnson grass is just about as tall as I am and doing really well. So Johnson grass can be a blessing and a curse, but as long as you graze it right and as long as the temperatures cooperate and the weather, you don't got to worry a whole lot about it. So, and obviously you can see there's thistle out here. After the cows are out of here, we'll be bush hogging it and be doing some weed management next year. There she goes eating Johnson grass. You maybe also see all the grasshoppers on the Johnson grass. That's the other reason I'm trying to get the cows to graze it. Not saying there's going to be a big crop of grasshoppers, but I'm starting to see a lot of them, and don't want them to wipe out any fields before cows get to them. You can come up here and see some more. I see, you know, a couple little plants of sorghum up here, but you can see here it gets a little better. Filling in. Up there is pretty good. Even close to Johnson grass is pretty good. Found another pretty good patch. You can see quite a bit of it down there. It's not as tall as the other stuff, so this ground's probably quite a bit worse. But all the way from here to the water, you can pretty much see it growing. It's pretty stinking thick out here, surprisingly. And cows are eating on Johnson grass right now, but I don't think they found this part yet. And this is June 24th. I don't ever remember seeing grass this good in June. Even last year when we planted Sudan, we didn't get it out till late, and so June there wasn't much growing. But cows are loving it, as you can see. Got some great forage for end of June. Let's see what this cow wants to eat. There she goes. And did have the last calf born. right there. Out of that Charolais cow, she had a black baldy calf, which is a big surprise to me. I wasn't expecting that, but had it on her own. There's another one you haven't seen, but she calved a week or two ago, and calf is a red baldy. Take a good look at some of these springborn calves, and of course we've had a little runny eyes from especially the Hereford crosses. So far the Beefmasters haven't had any issues, which I've heard is a selling point for them. But no pink eye out here yet, luckily. The calves are growing like weeds. These Beefmaster calves, I'm loving the look of them. If they were just born a little bit smaller, I'd be thrilled. This was all the sorghum that was just as tall as the cow's backs. This is 10 minutes later. They have cleared this. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. The sorghum sedan experiment, I guess, is a success. We'll get a grazing off this. I'll get a grazing off of this field. Give that field some time to recover because it had some sedan out there as well. Since I'm grazing it this early, it should come back. I should get another graze, or maybe even 2 grazes off of it before we hit frost. So then you got to wait 2 weeks before you can graze it again. But anyway, I would say it was a success, since there's not much growing out here. Like where the cheat was, it was bare ground, but sedan popped through. So anyway, it's hard to pencil out. It's hard to pencil out if it made me money or saved me money or whatnot, but I think it was a cheap enough experiment to try. And next year when I do it, I think I'm gonna try a few things different, because you can see where it was really thick up there. That's where the cows crowded for water. And I put them in this field one day after I spread it, just to move them through to the other pasture. And so what I think I'm gonna do next year, I'm gonna spread the seed out before they graze this, then let the whole herd in for 5-6 days. Let them really trample that seed into the ground. And hopefully we'll get some more rains and get a much better stand next year. So anyway guys, that's all I've got for you for now. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any recommendations about broadcast seeding some sorghum sedan, please leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to check those out.